Hi everyone, Vivienne and Lynsey here. Did you miss me? Because guess what? I missed you. I know, it's been some time, but I thought I would grace you with my presence. Just because I've been super busy recently, and I'm sorry that I've not kept up with you. I really am. I really am. So, before we get started, let me just pour myself a nice cup of tea. I've been competing in a competition recently, which I'm still competing in. I'm halfway through the competition now, kind of. It's something called Drag Idol UK. If you're familiar, then fantastic. You'll know what it's all about. If not, let me break it down for you. So, drag queens from all over the UK can compete at, I think there are 19 venues this year. I know, 19. It's crazy. I'm going to take these off because it's a bit more personal, isn't it? Now that you can see me in the face. But yeah, so there are 19 venues. All over the UK, and what we basically have to do is we have 10 minutes to show a panel of judges what we're all about, what our gig's about. I entered about 2 years ago, I think, and I came runner-up in one of my finals, in one of my heats, sorry. However, I have entered 3 venues this year. One of them I can no longer do, due to the fact that I have won the other 2 venues. I know, round of applause for Vivienne. It's very exciting. This could, if I get to the final, if I win this, which I didn't think would be, it's not that I didn't think it was going to be an option, but there's a lot of talent out there, so I felt like it was going to be it was going to be a challenge. But I see everyone seems to like what I'm doing. I'm getting really good critiques, so I've got stuff to work on, which is the point of a competition. You know, you don't just want to go in and everyone say how incredible you are and not give you any feedback. So I'm quite happy that I'm getting good critiques of stuff that I'm aware that needs to change within my act. But this is giving me kind of a platform to do that, and also to just knock it out of the park. So I will be at the 2 Brewers for their heat final next Wednesday, and if I win that, then I won't be able to go and do my other heat final, which is at Eden Bar in Birmingham. Both of those venues are great venues, and I'd be honoured to win either one of them and represent them in the final. Or at least the semis anyway. I'm getting a bit carried away with myself, thinking that it's within reach. It's within reach, which it is. I've just got to put the work in. So yeah, so that's kind of what that was. But my main story was what's happened this week. So my other half, Kit Wilde, who you've met twice now, he has an underwear company called Debriefed Underwear. They're doing incredibly well, and they've just sponsored the Prowler European Porn Awards. Now, I've never been to the Porn Awards. I have a lot of friends who work in the gay porn industry, or the adult industry. So this was going to be a completely different and new experience for me. Now, Mickey Taylor, who you've also met on my channel, he booked me for a gig for a pre-party, and I got to perform what I do, have a bit of banter like with the London crowd. It went down really well, which was good, of course. And also James Majesty was there from Dragula, so that was sick because she's incredible. She's filthy, but she's incredible. We were there for the evening, and everything was great, and I'd been on stage and I had performed. I was really drunk by this time. I was just on a constant battle with myself against the gin train, and there were all of these like really hot, attractive porn stars there who, when you're in drag, you kind of have that ability to kind of break a boundary and just have a chat with absolutely anybody, and everyone will kind of have a conversation back with you. The moment that you're out of drag and you're not recognised, you're just a bit of a nobody. which is a bit sad. But it's the truth. So I was in drag, having a conversation with everyone, and then I got out of drag. But when I came back down, after getting out of drag, there was sexual activity going on. I know, sexual activity. I was shocked. I felt incredibly awkward. Like, I don't see myself as a prude or anything like that. But for once I did feel a little awkward. And I've not been in that situation before, really. Like, in a public bar, sipping on my gin cocktail while there's a threesome going on. I felt a bit weird. And I just wanted to go home for a cup of tea, really. But everyone had a really good time, and it was busier than last year, which was really nice, because it's nice to perform for an audience, isn't it? As opposed to 3 people. God, my MacBook. So I'm doing an update on my MacBook. I know, you shouldn't do it. But the spinning rainbow wheel of death has been literally swirling for about 25 minutes, and it's not doing anything, so... Ooh. So yeah, so it came to the Prowlers, and I was meeting, and during the day I had the best day ever. So I went to the Tate Modern, which is one of my favourite places to go and gather my thoughts and think and be a bit wanky, and they had this exhibition there of this puppet that's currently, it's pulled around by these 3 chains, and its eyes follow you around the room. It's phenomenal. It's one of the most incredible pieces of art I've ever seen. And it really kind of, like, there were some jumps, there were some bits that made me jump, but if you are in London, or if you're going, I would definitely recommend going to see it, because it's really cool. And then went to Nando's, had some chicken, of course, and I walked as well. So we were staying in Vauxhall, and I walked with my friend Bobby, and we walked all along the South Bank to the Tate Modern, and then from the Tate Modern we then walked to Tottenham Court Road so I could go and buy some new clothes for the Prowlers, because I had decided that I wasn't going to go in drag, because 1, I had been in drag the previous night, and 2, I kind of wanted to show what I was about out of drag, because everybody sees me in drag and they're just like, oh wow, great. But I was feeling good about myself, and I was just like, no, I want to go and be James. So, I know, cat's out of the bag. You all now know my name. But I wanted to go and do it, so I went along, and I was like, yeah, let's go shopping. And I bought this new outfit, I bought this new beret, because I'm extra. And my friend Felix the Freak, who is also in Drag Idol UK, we were going to have some pre-drinks, and then we were going to go to the Royal Vauxhall Tavern first, because Drag Idol, there was the heat of Drag Idol on there. So we're like, yeah, cool, let's go and watch that first. So we went and did that, and then we went over to the Prowlers, and really high security, which I understand, you know, and I appreciate high security places. However, we walked in, tickets weren't checked, so they didn't realise that we were on a VIP list or anything like that, and we got there and we couldn't see a thing, we couldn't really hear anything because we were at the back. We had missed the press wall, couldn't see James Majesty anywhere, couldn't see his brother anywhere, couldn't see my other half anywhere, didn't see anybody that I recognised. All of my friends who were there were just in the middle of this gaggle of half-naked men who were probably filleting each other, and I was just a bit like, oh, okay, this is weird. So I went back out with Felix, and we were just like, well, let's go and watch the end of Drag Idol, and then we'll go back over, because we're on guest list. So we went out, and we were told that there was no readmission, even though my other half was sponsoring the event. And they clearly didn't know who we were. We were just like, well, okay, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So we went back over to the RVT, and we got very drunk and watched some really good drag. It's I wouldn't say it's scared me a little bit for the competition, but it has definitely lit a flame under my arse. We stayed there, and then, like, within no time at all, my other half came over anyway, with people, and just like, no, we've gone now. So that was it, and then I went home and had a takeaway, because what else do you do in London when you're like that? Also, our hostel was hilarious. So we turned up, and bearing in mind that there was a Holiday Inn literally opposite, which looked a bit like a prison, but it was probably cleaner and a bit nicer than where we were staying, but you can't really argue for like £150 for the night, and it was for 6 of us, even though I don't think there were ever 6 people in that room. It was basically an old Victorian house that had been converted into lots of different rooms. We were lucky enough to be in the kitchen, so we had the boiler going all night, which was nice. There was no kettle, there were no batteries in the fire alarms. There was an emergency exit because we had a patio door, which was quite nice. The sheets, I don't think were clean. There was definitely an ink stain on ours, and the duvet wasn't big enough for the bed. And I'm a duvet hog, as is Kit. So that wasn't very fun. So because there wasn't a kettle, we were making tea and coffee with a saucepan on the hob. But we had a roof over our heads, and that was all we needed. And it was great. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know what I've been getting up to, really, because I have been a bit quiet. I'm going to vlog Drag Idol. I'll probably bring my camera with me next week when I go for my heats. I really want to win it. Like, I know that it's like the taking part and any exposure is going to be great that I get from this, but I see it as this is now my full-time career. Like, I perform every single week and I love it, and I thrive when I'm on stage. However, I could always do with more. We could always do with more of everything, really. So I would like to be in a place where I'm not just comfortable, I have an expendable income again, without having to do a 9-to-5 job, and then I can look at going on holiday, and I can look at putting money back into our wedding fund, which is happening next year. You know, little things like I can spend some money on James instead of Vivienne, like just little things. It would be nice to do again, and it'll happen in time, and I get that, but I'm very impatient. Very impatient. But yeah, I'm gonna leave that here today. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. This was a bit of a story time. If you enjoyed my little story time, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't, let me know in the comments below. Probably won't listen to you, but it's fine. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed it as well. And I know that I've been really slack with YouTube at the moment. It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Like, to be able to sit here and just talk to a camera is quite daunting. Because I just talk. And sometimes I could be saying things that are on my mind that I probably shouldn't be saying, or to be fair, I mean, I didn't go into too much detail about what happened at the Prowlers, because I don't want to get demonetised. But it was definitely an eye-opener, and I had a really good time. I'm really glad to be home though. I find that I don't know about anybody else who travels as part of their job, but I spend such a long time travelling at the moment, and I sometimes spend longer travelling than I do actually performing on stage, and I don't think that's right. I need to learn how to drive. Does anybody want to teach me how to drive? Do it, and give me a car and pay for everything, because as I say, no expendable income. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this little rant. Shout out to my girls who come and support me at every show, the girls that write all the gay erotica and the stories. My #1 fans, a lot of the time, it seems. And I love that. They're really great. So yeah, I'm sorry that this video's been slightly low energy. I hope that you've stuck around to the end. But if not, let me know what you think I can do to improve. No, that's bollocks. I feel like I'm... It's been a lot. It's been a lot over the last couple of days. So I hope you forgive me. And I'll be back very, very soon. Very soon, I promise. I will not leave it like a month like I did last time. So thanks again guys for watching, and I will see you all very shortly. Right, take care. Bye.